You're not allowed to call it quits at any time!
This offensively inaccurate theme.
I've gotta ace these tryouts. D'Argencourt is the most prestigious fencing academy in all of Paris. You've been reviewing the fencing rules all weekend.
Expecting to get into
The most prestigious fencing academy in all of Paris.
after studying for a mere weekend is a new level of crazy. It's almost admirable. Almost.
I am the fencing master, Mr. D'Argencourt.
Alright, I'm confused. Earlier, Marinette called this an academy, but why is it held in the school courtyard? Can
The most prestigious fencing academy in all of Paris.
really not afford their own building? It feels more like a school club, but Kagami doesn't go to Marinette school, so that can't be right.
So, in order to select the best possible candidate, I will observe the beginners performing a number of attacks on the experienced students.
Where's Adrian?
Seems like you're looking for someone?
Yeah, I thought Adrian was here. You know, a boy this tall, blonde, nice, super handsome.
Thanks for the compliments.
Marinette not comprehending that Adrian would be wearing a fencing helmet, followed by her not recognizing his voice, along with the low likelihood of them being paired together in the first place, is less unbelievable and more aggravating. I know you think this stammering shy girl routine is funny, writers, but it got old half a season ago. How has Adrian not put two and two together yet? His obliviousness is as frustrating as Marinette's inability to communicate.
Point goes to you, Marinette.
I don't get it. You hit me first.
With saber fencing, the attacker doesn't necessarily win the point even though he touched his opponent first. You took the initiative, so we say that you had priority.
If Marinette was studying all weekend, she should know this already. I find it hard to believe Marinette would ever win against Adrian. Sure, she's a superhero and could probably win against anyone else, but so is he, and he has a lot more experience in fencing. Unless, of course, Adrian is going easy on her because he likes her. Nah, we can only dream.
Hey you! Are you Mr. D'Argencourt? The fencing master? I want to join your team.
I may consider your admission, shall you defeat one of my students.
Shouldn't she get the same treatment as the other applicants? Why does her dramatic entrance entitle her to a special bout?
Allez! Simultané!
Could have sworn Adrian touched him first.
Not sure. Anyway, you never question the referee's decision.
That's not true. In higher level fencing, you are allowed to appeal a ref's decision. But in this case, the machine showed that they touched at the same time, which means the ref's decision is about who had priority, not who touched first, like Adrian was explaining earlier. Did Marinette and the episode forget about that, even though it happened 10 seconds ago?
Mr. D'Argencourt isn't sure who won, so he's chosen to abstain.
I request that we do it the old-fashioned way. We'll be much more at ease without the machine.
Adrian?
Fine with me.
But how will we know who touched the other one first?
By watching very closely.
D'Argencourt already can't tell who won, even with the machine. Why on earth would he allow this? There's a reason the Olympics and all other high-profile fencing competitions exclusively use electronic scoring. Not only is this an obvious foul on Kagami's part, as bodily contact and unnecessary force are both illegal in fencing, Adrian has stepped off the piste, which means the point is over regardless.
Is this what fencing's all about?
Pas de fair! This is what fencing's all about.
No, it's really not.
Let's finish this off! Who got the first hit? Who?
Who touched first? Tell us now!
Why are you asking her? She's never fenced a day in her life, and you're the referee. This never would have happened if you hadn't let this bout get woefully out of control.
I don't know. I think it was Adrian?
Aha, wonderful! This victory is an honor to D'Argencourt Academy.
Yes, this victory against a random nobody is a great source of pride for our academy. For your information, Adrian did in fact touch first. I don't know if he had priority or not, but he very clearly touched first. But that doesn't really matter since the bout was over the moment Adrian stepped off the piste. Also, fencing matches don't end with just 1 point. They're generally 9 minutes or 15 points long, and the shorter ones are 3 minutes or 5 points long. This 1 point would not be the end of the bout, it would only be the beginning. Why are they letting Kagami leave? Even if she lost, she's still a better fencer than all the other applicants. D'Argencourt should be ecstatic to have her.
I think he touched me first.
The referee has the last word.
That would be great if, you know, Marinette was the referee, but she's not. You are. And you weren't even there. How weak is this concrete to allow a flimsy saber to pierce through it with minimal effort?
A champion whose victory has been stolen.
Stolen? She lost fair and square. Well, as fair as that farce of a bout could have been anyway. Is the episode trying to push the narrative that Marinette was wrong? Because that is objectively untrue.
Let's do a decisive match?
What's the point? You won. There's no such thing as a second chance in my family.
Oh, boo-hoo. You lost once. Get a grip.
Follow that car!
What? Dude, why do you care so much? Is it just because she's a girl? Because Marinette is literally right there.
You might have a chance on the fencing team after all.
When did Marinette have the time to change out of her fencing gear?
Mother, you thought I was good enough, but I lost. I won't be joining the D'Argencourt Academy.
And why not? Because of your stupid pride? Life is gonna be nigh impossible if you expect perfection from yourself all the time. Also, you must really look down on everyone else if you think you'll always end up on top.
I'm giving you a second chance to prove that you are the best fencer of all.
But Adrian already offered her a second chance, and she refused it. And wouldn't a prideful girl like her hate the idea of winning solely because of Hawkmoth's magic? Unless, of course, this isn't actually about being the best, and is more about getting rid of someone who beat you fair and square. If you can't be the best the honest way, might as well just kill your opponent, right? This is what's known as a kamon, or a family crest in Japanese. This one is just the kanji for woman with a line through it, which is odd because they don't normally contain kanji, and you can even see that reflected in the other crests they show here. Also, why they use the kanji for woman, I'll never understand, especially considering her grandfather was one of those world champions Adrian mentioned.
Fight!
Halt, Riposte. You may seek your revenge, but only after you take hold of Ladybug and Cat Noir's Miraculous first.
Hawkmoth once again places his son in danger. Heck, that car crash alone could have killed him. Actually, why didn't it? He should at least have some road rash, but somehow he's completely fine. Also, a sin on Adrian for not wearing his seatbelt.
Don't let her close in on you! Fight back!
Thank you.
That pathetic piece of metal will do nothing against a sword that can slice through cars, Adrian.
Ouch!
Are you hurt?
Of course he's hurt. What else would this reaction mean?
I am the best fencer!
Nobody's denying that. My friend Marinette made a bad call earlier.
Actually, it wasn't a bad call because Adrian did touch first. And even if he hadn't, this entire situation is Kagami's fault for disconnecting from the scoring machines in the first place. Stop trying to blame Marinette for an issue you caused. Also, you may be the best fencer for your age range, but you are not the best, period. Cool it with your ego, Miss Second Choice.
This time, I shall be the referee!
You can't be the referee and compete at the same time, silly. That's just common sense.
This is just between you and me, Riposte.
How did you know her name? Why did you kick it with your bad leg? Are you trying to make this worse for yourself?
Of course.
This is like a repeat from last episode. You really couldn't have hit him in a more obvious spot, huh?
The hour of revenge has struck!
A big rule in fencing is not to strike an unarmed or unaware opponent. If Riposte actually wanted a rematch like she claimed, she wouldn't have tried to murder Adrian like this. The episode is trying to make Kagami seem sympathetic, like her victory was stolen by a bad call from Marinette, but this feels more like a petulant toddler throwing a tantrum because she didn't get her way. She reminds me of Chloe, and that's odd considering Kagami is supposed to be a good guy. Also, why didn't Hawkmoth try to stop her? Either he somehow knew Adrian wasn't in there, or he really doesn't care if his son dies. Riposte arm moves, but the sword attached to it does not.
Found it.
Shouldn't the Ladybugs have surrounded Cat Noir too in order to fix his ankle? Or is that just permanent now because he happened to be transformed?
Closet!
What is this?
I'm at the Louvre. Come when you can.
I think allowing yourself to get akumatized is much more shameful than losing an unregulated fencing match, and yet Kagami doesn't seem upset at all. Your morals are so flimsy they could put a fencing saber to shame.
No, I lost. You keep it.
I personally think the point was yours.
Who cares what you think? You have no reason to believe that other than soothing Kagami's damaged pride and the writers trying to make Marinette look bad while making Kagami sympathetic. And besides, you literally did touch first.
You like her a lot, huh?
Marinette? Yeah, of course. She's a very good friend.
Every time Adrian says these words, an angel loses its wings, plummets down to earth, and dies horrifically, traumatizing countless children in the process. For shame, Adrian, for shame.
Please, take it.
In the end, the only thing that convinces Kagami to keep fencing is Adrian's assurance that she actually did win the bout, and she still is the best fencer there is. So the lesson here isn't to learn to accept and grow from failure, but to throw a tantrum until everyone else gives in and admits defeat in order to placate you. Truly not the message we needed, but the message we deserved.
Then why don't we get to the point?
Not only is this an obvious foul on Kagami. Oh my gosh, that's what I get for recording while sick. Pile of fur, this is what fencing's all about. My leg is falling asleep, and I hate it. Oh my gosh, I hate it.
Go on, Marinette. You're supposed to touch me.
Touch you? Yeah.
I shall be victorious! Here I am!
V, Phi, Fo, Fum.
Then I'll go and find him!
Why are you yelling at me?
I will defeat you! both of you.
Child. Anyway, so.
Checkmate, Riposte.
You've got the wrong sport, Ladybug.
Hello. We're twins. We're twins.